Hold on. What have I got here? Right. I was going to do it right, and then I haven't. Now, yes, cross-posting. It is cross-posted into mytimetv.live, and it is cross-posted into Hypnosis Plus with Ros. Sorry for scratching my nose. It was itchy at the time. The hair is tickling everything. It's the first day of winter, technically. And it is cold. It is raining. It's wet out there. It's cold in here. I haven't put the heater on because it's too noisy. I've got a fan heater in here. So I'm here anyway. We're going to be doing the 5-card spread in a sec. I've got some comments coming in. So good morning, Sarah. How are you? Look, it is cold here at the moment. I've got the lovely countdowns from Gratis, as in it's free upload type thing from Stephen Healy's created them for the Be Livers, people that use the Be Live platform. And that's what I'm doing. I'm coming to you from Be Live this morning. And hi, Elke. Wow, Elke from Holland. Yes, I've got people I know who have Dutch heritage, etc., etc. It's wonderful to see you here from that far away. I've just noticed how distinct the shadows are. I've got another light here because it is so dull inside. Even like I usually rely on the outside light. And we've got Chantal from Sudbury, Ontario, I think, isn't it? So that's US. I'm getting to know quite a few different places around the world with sharing this out into the My Time network as well as what is local. Cold in New Zealand too? Yeah, well, I bet you, because you're ahead of us by a few hours. You've been getting it before us. Good morning, Kathy. How are you? Now, do click on that link that is in those cross-posted places just to make sure that you're here on my Ros Bounty page. And then I can actually see your comments in the back end, like I'm showing Kathy's up and the others, because it's one of those things that with the cross-posting, you don't get the comments coming into the back of this one here. It's only the one source page that's allowed. So we'll get into it now because I do like to keep these around the 10 to 15 minutes. So I'll swap around to the cards, and I might look how much the light's even diminished from outside already. I can't put, because of the nature of the cards, if I put a light over top of them, all you get is that shiny glare and reflection of light because they're a glossy card. So what I'll do with that is I'm just going to do, I just had to switch some buttons around. I'll just have to point out that, yes, it's a little darker than usual, but we'll still get through it. Okay, the 5-card spread that I've been doing, and remember, it's a general one only, but take what you have from your messaging, you know, what way you receive those little messages and intuitive bits and pieces. Take yours above what mine's saying. I can tell you that. You'd be the most reliable of what your messages are going to be for you specifically today. I explain it more as just a generalised and with my emphasis because I know what my stuff's about, naturally. So we've got here in that first card space is the work one. The second card space is over here to the snake as the home energy. Up the top, we've got the heart as the unexpected. We've got the side here in the your role, and the older woman is the actual outcome. It's the outcome card. So the completion, pretty much. So being the ring in the work energy, what I felt that was more around is it's the end. It's a really ultimate recognition of commitment, and in this respect, it's commitment to self in what you're doing for your workplace and space. In that factor of what you're doing to support yourself and your living, your livelihood, in whatever way that means for you. So that's what I'm doing, and it does go round in cycles. Sometimes it can be a bit of a circle and feel like things are repetitive. But it's that ultimate goal and focus of see that beautiful spark of light. That, well, is it a spark even? It's just, there's the ultimate goal, is right at that center of the cycle of the disc in the background, but also reflecting that design is in the ring itself, so that you can actually see that it's that cycle with, there's not really just a goal, it's the journey as you're moving around in that purpose, the purposefulness of it and the rest, and it's that commitment to self in that respect. So that's what the workspace is for those who are working from home. This could come into it as far as the snake goes, but we had the snake in yesterday's reading too, so it's just shifted a tad. So it's a similar meaning in some respects, even though in this home realm, it could be just someone that's really at your back, dig, or something or other with relationships with the family, and, saying, oh, you don't deserve it, you're not going to get it, that type of stuff. That's just what I'm feeling with this one, where, for yourself that, with the older woman, even though this is the outcome, you can see the direction of what her side, where she's looking, is towards this, and she knows better than to accept that sort of a other person's judgment on it. That's just what I'm feeling around this one. So stand tall against that, and when you're ready and you know that your piece of fruit is ripe, type of thing, you just need to stand in your space, in your strength, and you grab it, because you've earned it. And in the home space, relationships are sometimes like that, where you get the little bit of, the backbiting and that type of stuff is what I'm feeling there. So just be aware of it and stand tall in your own strength. And this is where I think the heart's going to come in. And there you go. See, I'm finding relations at home difficult currently, so it resonates. And that's what I mean by, you take what you're receiving from these cards as your message, or if you're getting something specific pops up in your mind around what it's telling you too. I forgot to mention that is the cards that I'm using. I'll just pop that in view. It is the Gilded Reverie Lenormands, the expanded edition, and that's where the older lady comes in too. Okay, so we've got the heart is the unexpected. So bring that into your day, all day really, but at times, you just get on with living what your life is, and you forget sometimes to put that heart-centeredness in what you're doing. And I think that's what that's meaning as far as our, message for the day. Oh, they are beautiful cards, Kylie. Absolutely beautiful. I've been using them for a while now, and they are my favourites, especially the artwork of, because up here we've got Ciro Marchetti is the artist of these, and he does another deck I love using too, which is the Gilded Tarot. So we'll move down now into the work side of it, I suppose, is the side. It does take the hand to make it work. Like, you've got to put in the effort to make this tool work, and it's bringing in the harvest. So your role to actually have that work is to pick it up, get it going, move it forward, do whatever you need to, as far as, and especially with this, grabbing that part of what you might perceive as your harvest in the home. You still need to work at work and at home, so it's a bit of it is definitely the two-way factor of, we get our just rewards from the work, but it's not necessarily always that we have to work at what we do. Sometimes things are just gifted and provided to us as well, and we need to be able to readily accept that. And I especially think of what gifts and provisions we have through spirit and through what is just absolute Mother Nature's bounty at times, especially as you see this with the fruits on the trees, and with the wheat there, I'm calling it wheat, with the wheat in this, the scythe card. I mean, if you're looking at those, and I will just move that down a bit again, it's not just our labour, our work that creates this. We're living in a beautiful world that has the right balance to create, to have our food, to have the cycle of the creation really, to move it forward as harvest as fruits, as whatever there is that nature is providing for each and every one of us, including the little creatures out there in the wild. It happens without our effort as well, but it's for the factor of our nature, our humanness, and the being who we are, which is what this older woman is signifying for me. Besides the fact that I'm an older woman, it's still allowing what is the natural to come through, shine through, and be, so that we're not just pushing something that's not us, being inauthentic or fake or false. It's actually allowing what is the purity within us through that card, the love card, the heart coming through, being in our soul-centeredness, so that we are actually rediscovering and being who we are with all the experiences and what we have happen in our lives, to actually have that shine through, to actually pass that on to others as part of our learnings, as part of our experiences, but not to detract from the fact that each and every one of us does need to go through our own individual pathways, and recognising that in that web of life, in that conglomeration of having our work cycles and having that nature cycles work through in all aspects, and taking even that we might perceive as negative, but showing that as being it's part of the natural balance. And especially when we remember and bring in that which is the heart into our lives every day, and recognising that ultimately our energy is a reflection of how we perceive ourselves, and our pathway in life is for actually building up that that is us, if you can understand that. I probably don't have a great way of explaining that really well. And besides, like through these cards, I find that just doing these little steps in the day, in the start of my morning, it really has given me that recognition that we're not just that individual I, but we are the I that is the center of our world, because what other way can we perceive it? And to have that guidance, this guidance from cards or any sort of tool that you like to use, it's a really great start to the day to place that heart space right where it belongs. Be centered within, and then from that space, then we can lift ourselves outwards and shine ourselves forward into whatever we're doing in the day. I'm hoping that's easy to understand, but it is an experience. It's what brings us to being who we are and shining our light out, just like that. Sent that one that shines out on the top of the ring, and in that disc, it's the cycle of what our lives are. And certainly if there's something that we're finding in that inner being that we're not liking in what we're showing on the outer, there's something within there that we need to understand further and change. Just a little perception or a point of view or something, because nothing is set in concrete. Nothing. Change is the only guarantee, isn't it? So as we see how the change in the cards happen each morning, it's a lovely discovery. At least I find it that way. So I'm going to leave it there, and I'm just going to remind people, I've just got to do something here. Turn that one off and solo this one. How do I do that? See, some of this stuff I still need some practice with, so I'm going to do that. You can still hear me. And I've got the cards. I've got the third session of my Reading Your Cards an Intuitive Way. That's on tonight, so it's not too late. I am going to put the link for that into I'll have that on the webpage as another post, just as a reminder. So I thought what I'd do is just show you that as a reminder. And then the other thing is, whoops, I turned off my video to do that. And the other thing is, if you need to book a call, it can be a call, it can be a video, it can be anything. Book some session time with me, or a reading time or other. Just go to the website there as the link is scrolling across. And it's going to be a wonderful busy week this week for getting ready for the mytimetv.live Lifestyle, Psychic and Wellness Expo, the online one. We had 2 months ago, and we're doing another coming up this Sunday. And if you're interested in actually having a stall or being a sponsor of that, which means placing some ads or something, do get in touch with me either via Messenger or do that in the mytimetv.live website Messenger as well. Just say stall holder, and we'll notice that. Just needing to get things confirmed so that we can organise a great show for then too. So till tomorrow at 8 o'clock, it's lovely to be here, even though it's a nice, cold, wet, windy day. Winter, it's here. I love the cool months personally. And I'll see you tomorrow. Be the best person that you can be, and namaste till then.